for SK Telecom T1. He's only played one map this season. He won it. In an all-time Pro League, he's 40-34. This guy is nobody to mess around with. A great choice to send out here for SKT today.
Yeah, I mean, he's like basically the guy that was under Sue and Rain, and he's being put in here probably to replace Rain. But if you say like replace Rain, it's like, but he's so good as well. You know, how do you really do that with Classic? You know, and regardless, here he is, above 50% winning ratio in Pro League all time, and he's going to be up against Hydra, a guy so far who is 0-4 and 0-3 against Protoss, which is important to note as well.
Yeah, that's really important. I'm glad you mentioned that because he has not won a single map against a Protoss. He's played 3 of them. This guy's known for his timings, and I think he might find himself locked into a situation where he's a one-trick pony where he just constantly makes Roaches and Hydras in this matchup until the Protoss holds and he loses. That's what we've kind of seen from him so far. And I'd like to see something a little bit different. I want to see him maybe play that late game style with Swarm Hosts or get the Infestors and the Vipers out. We're going into our second match, though, on the King Sejong station right away. Protoss versus Zerg, Classic versus Hydra, Pro League 2014.
LTA는 SK텔레콤.
Up here in the top left of the map, the King Sejong station, is the red Protoss representing SK Telecom T1. It is Classic.
And to the bottom right, in the blue, the Zerg player who's currently 0-4, not a single win just yet. It's Hydra. And I mean, going into this, right, I probably sounded a bit harsh to most Hydra fans. I know there's a lot of you out there who are Hydra fans. It's a new map that we're playing on right now, King Sejong Station. One that we've seen Protoss players do a lot of timing attacks on in this matchup. And if he takes that into consideration and thinks about, okay, Classic might attack me early, instead of being the aggressive Hydra that we've seen from him so many times already, not only just in this season of Pro League, but in the past, in individual leagues as well, I would say a defensive game where he plays the late game, which I know he's capable of. I know he can. That's how he wants to play this, I think. Not just stick with his guns and keep doing the aggressive tactics that we've seen, especially on this map where, you know, it's a Protoss player is going to try to get ahead with the timing. We've seen this over and over again.
Yeah, we have, and I would love to see it as well. I mean, so many of the Zergs out here, especially even just in Pro League, have been really, really successful with that, you know, super macro late game, even Zerg deathball style. We've seen that out of BL, we've seen that out of a number of different players. Roro as well.
Yeah.
A ton of static defense, just getting up a bunch of bases, using your mobility, getting those big units up, Swarm Hosts, Brood Lords as well. And I would love to see him do that on this map. I think he can definitely pull it off.
You know, we could have a cannon here. He goes Forge first on this map. It's a map where Zergs are always hatch firsting. And he's definitely going to try for it. He even sends a second probe. We're definitely going to see a cannon here. Listen, don't be embarrassed. You're here to watch Cannon Rush, and it's actually it's actually great of you to be here. He may think this is a fake. He's going to take it a lot more seriously when he gets over there with that Overlord in just a second and sees that there's actually a Forge and not a Nexus.
Yeah, that Overlord is about to spot that. The cannon goes down as well as another cannon. That's 2 right now, 3 going down. Another probe here.
He's going to have to cancel the hatchery.
Yeah, he didn't send any other drones.
And this is not a comfortable way to start this match. He immediately takes a 3rd hatchery, and I don't think that probe was scouted, so that's something to consider. He could cannon the 2nd hatchery, but with the pool timing here, he's already missed too much time. He may even cancel one of those cannons. That's a smart choice. I don't think he's going to actually cannon this base, because by the time he does it, the Zerglings already be there. He is a bit too slow to try to do that. Oh, but cannoning this one that's further away, on the other hand, that's a different story.
Yeah, Hydra's starting 2 more hatcheries besides the one that is natural. Cannoning that one is probably going to be a good idea. The Zerglings coming out may be able to get over there in time. He does cancel that pylon.
Yeah, he knows that if he tries to cannon this, probably the response will be the Zerglings just coming to his base where he's not ready. And 1 cannon won't cut it, so he'll probably need 2. And the pylon wasn't ready. It's just a smart choice to cancel there. He considered it, though, as you guys saw. And even the threat of doing it is something that that Hydra has to be aware of when he sees that pylon going up.
Yeah, he already did a bit of damage. He delayed the first hatchery a long time, and he's gonna have that third like really close to his base. Could go for a timing that a lot of these Protosses love, like you just said before.
Yeah. And I think this is the reason why we see this out of Classic. He's basically forcing a hatchery closer to him. And it could have been the hatchery in the center of the map. It could have been the hatchery down towards, I guess you could call it the 7 o'clock base. That's as close as the 7 as it gets, I guess. There's a tight wall here with these two probes. Zerglings can try to force their way in here, though. I don't know if he should, though. I don't think this is the right choice. He gets one probe.
Yeah, he's going to get these 2 probes, and that's what he's going to do. Only trading 3 of those Zerglings, so...
You know what? I guess that's okay.
Yeah.
If he tried to go in, that would not have worked. But getting the 2 probes, that's all right.
Yeah. Classic being very safe. They're even starting that second gateway and then canceling it right away once the first one was up to get that cybernetics core.
Yeah. And economy-wise, 28 to 27 workers in favor of Classic slightly here. Not ideal for Hydra, but I'm sure he's got more in production that we can't see without the tab, but there's no reason for him to be making Zerglings right now. Unless he wants to do an aggressive timing, which wouldn't make sense considering he doesn't have gas. You know, he's got 9 drones on the way. No longer a mystery. And you can't cover all your face with that iPhone. Those are small phones. That's why I can't use that phone. My phone's I have a Galaxy Note 3. It's pretty big.
Yeah, man. I've never used an iPhone in my life, but the small times I've used it from various friends, I just cannot use it at all. My fingers are too big. A lot of people say I have big hands. I can't use it at all. It just doesn't work for me.
The thing is about the iPhone to me is it looks really sexy. It definitely does. Every time I see someone use it, there's this appeal to me. But I like Android, and the phone's too small for me. That's really the issue. They make a iPhone XL or something, make it a little bit bigger. With iOS, I might be on that.
You're giving Apple some ideas, Wolf. I'm sure they're watching.
I want to cut Apple. I know Ives is listening, but yeah, we'll see. We'll see how this Oracle harass goes.
I like the fast Oracle out here. Not super fast, but he's going to get it out here. These bases not yet connected. I would love to see him get a bunch of queens out here, actually try to connect this creep and be ready for possibly any aggressiveness that does come out. The only creep that's really happening is just going closer to the Protoss base.
This is just bad gone to worse right now for Hydra. You know, he's had to cancel his first hatchery, has to make 2 hatcheries away from, or closer to his opponent rather than away from him. The Oracle gets 8 kills and gets away.
He gets away. That's the biggest thing. He survives with 1 more hit from that queen, 8 kills. Oh, man.
And now there's a third base that's up here, right? Third base is up, almost complete. Void Rays are coming out for the defense. He's got to worry about these cannons to get his own 4th if he wants that. He has a very low worker count. He's trying to get that back up while he's teching. The position for Classic is an excellent one here, and the scariest part for Hydra is he knows this base is so vulnerable, and there's nothing he can do about it. What he would like to do is be aggressive at this third base, but he doesn't have the economy to support that either. Doesn't get much worse than this.
He drops the Hydra den. Looks like he might just go...
he might go full Hydra.
Yeah, he might go full Hydra. He is dropping that 4th hatchery, but, we do see a Void Ray as well as 3 more gates and a Twilight Council. And having that third base up really secure over there with that gateway wall as well, it's going to put Classic in such a nice position. These roaches going to get caught out as well. Well, not all of them.
That
one unlucky guy as well as a Zergling buddy getting knocked out.
Zergling just thinking he was going to get a tan from that prismatic alignment because it doesn't affect light units, but does eventually go down. I mean, look at this. 3 more gateways going up, in addition to the 3 gateways he has at the wall, which are supported by 2 cannons. Twilight Council goes up here as well, so he can research +2. Gets it instantly along with Blink. Notice that as soon as the Twilight Council finished, he didn't hesitate for a second to get both of those upgrades. Getting a few more sentries out here for safety to build that energy because he knows that that Hydra timing is coming. It's a special type of Hydraless timing that's by Hydra.
Classic playing this very well so far. He's just being very safe on all accounts, getting that safe third base up, even making this little wall over here in case the rocks go down. He has the gateway wall up at his 3rd as well. He's making a lot of units. He's going to move across the map right now.
He's basically playing the safety game, and
he knows he's ahead. He already did a lot of damage with that Oracle, especially as well as the early harass, but that's not good. He doesn't want to leave his Void Ray there on the middle of the map.
Yeah, that's definitely not ideal. He does get some information that some Hydras are coming out here, and he's going to trap these and kill them, which is actually those force fields are not the best, I'll be honest, but the trade for Hydras versus the Void Ray there is an okay one. And he's still moving around the map. He's like, you know what? You actually don't have an economy that's able to compete with mine yet. You're building that, and while you try to build that, I have a lot of units, by the way.
Yeah, Hydra is making 16 Hydras, so he's going to have enough to defend this. Maybe we're seeing, you know, a ton of gateways go down for Classic, as well as Blink and +2 coming out here. So it's going to be a really scary push, along with that War Prism. He's even coming in here to this 4th right now. Probably going to be able to take out this hatchery as well as a bunch of these Hydras.
He needs to pull that Mothership Core back a little bit. He doesn't want to lose it to the Sport Crawler. It's very close, very low. He does save it. If he gets this hatchery and continues to trade against these Hydras and then recalls away, that is ideal. He may get a little bit more than that, though, with the Warp Prism nearby, with so many Stalkers warping in, and Blink is about to finish, Brendan. This is not looking like a good situation at all for Hydra right now.
Blink finishes 2, +2 is about to finish as well. The Stalkers coming in over here. Even this army that didn't have Blink is winning against what Hydra has. All of these Hydras going down to the heavily upgraded Stalkers with Blink.
Yep, they got Blink at +2 against just +1. There goes the hatchery. Hydra did not concede the hatchery. And then, you know, once Blink finished, I mean, like you said, he was doing okay in the fight before Blink, but once Blink finished, it was like, you know, yeah. I'm done. I'm done with you here. You're not going to defend this. And now
we're seeing the aftermath of this here now. Even just the reinforcements trying to come in here and fight against these Stalkers, and it's just not enough.
No, it's not. Robotic support bay even up back at home, and Hydra in typical Hydra fashion is just making more Hydras here. He can't retake a 4th. The only 4th he might be able to take is the one on the left side where a Warp Prism is flying around, which would instantly cancel it if he saw it. And that's why it's over there. Well, actually, that's an Oracle. No, that's the Oracle. The Warp Prism is there, like I said. And he's checking here. He's like, oh, you have a 4th base here? No? Okay, well, I already won the game. But if you did, I would just warp in 6 Zealots and kill it. That's basically what Classic is saying here. He starts +3. Robotic support bay is done.
Yeah, he didn't even have to go for the killing blow here. He knows he took out that 4th. He's going to back off a bit. Even get +3 as well as a bunch of Colossi out here. He probably even knows Hydra is just going a bunch of Hydras, getting the Colossi. We see the Zealot harass as well.
Yep, he's picking off tumors here. Instead of 6 Zealots, he makes 7. He outdoes what I say and goes for this hatchery. And with +2, he nearly gets it, you know? I mean, if he wanted to commit with, if he had +3, he might have been able to get that and trade his Zealots, but he gets away with, looks like 2 of them in the Warp Prism, saves the Warp Prism, draws the army away.
Yep, drawing the army away, going to work at these rocks over here, could pressure this natural. He does have that Mothership Core, doesn't want to lose that. He's got to make sure he has that for the recall.
Ooh, Overlord goes down. He's actually nearly supply blocked here. He's got to keep a lot of his units away because of that that threat of the Zealot Warp in. This is a tough engagement to take for Classic right now, but he's still just trading decently. And this is cute. He saves the Warp Prism again so far. That one Hydra is so diligent in chasing. He really, really wants it.
And Classic just getting further and further ahead, dropping that 4th. He's going to have a sick economy here. His +3 is about to finish as well.
Yeah, this is not looking good for Hydra, but he's doing something new. Starting the Swarm Host upgrade for the increased Locust lifetime, I believe is the technical term for it, but he's trying to make his Swarm Host buffed a little bit up here. He's got the +1 already for them. Starts +2 and 1. The very first Swarm Host is on the way.
This is the Papa Swarm Host.
Oh,
very nice revelation on all of these Hydras. And they're going to be caught out here with no creep, no speed.
Well, this is a disaster. I mean, even with in Heart of the Swarm, the Hydra's movement speed off creep, it's like you don't want to be fighting Colossi with those with no support, especially when there's this many Blink Stalkers to support them. The one Colossus. This is a disaster. GG. Hydra tries to fight against a Protoss player who took his natural, forced him to take a 3rd base that was close to his opponent, and Classic got ahead early and basically made no mistakes. Minus losing that one Void Ray, that was like the only mistake he made this game, and then he killed the Hydras for the Void Ray, so he was like, well, I guess it's all right.
And this is what you get out of players like this, you know, such a solid guy in Classic. He's just not going to make a mistake. If you let him get that tiny little advantage, he's going to push it further and further. That's exactly what he did. Hydra not looking good at all, not changing up really much of his style.
I think this might be it for Hydra for this round. I don't think we're going to see him again.
I mean, this is